I got a call from Steve Scolari, Ray Heating Products. He says, hey, I got a young guy here working for me that's going to university, but he's a civil engineer and we're mechanical, and I think you ought to talk to him. So I said, well, send him over.
Father, volunteer, mentor, demonstrating superb skill, integrity beyond doubt, and responsibility to his team and family. This SIR recipient is a testament to how business relationships should be built.
We both graduated from the University of Nevada, Reno in 1986, and we both went to apply for one of the, at that time, godfathers of the Reno engineering community, which was Clark Gribben.
Oh, I thought he had a good grasp on his engineering education. Personality-wise, it was easy to talk with.
Just the fact that, the type of person that Brian was and the level-headedness that he had in the profession, he was such a great guy to work with.
And the way he handled his business, I think, is something everyone could learn from.
It didn't matter if you were a field installer or the lead architect on a project. Brian treated everybody with kindness, patience, and respect.
When you think of a design professional, he's the guy that pops up in your mind.
Always going out of his way to move things along.
He was just an all-around good employee.
Brian's just that guy that's always been not only at the top of his profession, but responsible for what he puts out on a set of drawings.
Born in Chicago in the late 60s, his family moved to Oklahoma City. His father was transferred to Reno to settle in. Brian attended Clayton Middle School and Reno High. He attended UNR, earning a degree in civil engineering.
Brian went to Reno High School and I went to Worcester High School, and we both graduated the same year.
Yeah, we met at UNR, and actually we were in the same fraternity together.
I first met Brian in college. He was a couple years behind me at UNR in the engineering program.
I met Brian during my initial working career coming back from school to RHP Mechanical. Brian was working for my father doing mechanical drafting as he was going to UNR in structural engineering.
Through the years, since we both, he's a design professional and I worked in construction, got to work closely with him for a long time.
Brian came to work as a civil engineer, and we were doing structural work, and Brian was assigned a lot of school work, which he did very, very well, and shortly after that he became a structural engineer.
As Brian progressed in his career, he purchased Clark Gribben & Associates. Eventually, the firm became Hartman Structural Engineering.
I was going to retire, and so I asked Brian if he'd like to take it over, and he thought about it probably 2 minutes and said yes.
He used to be a partner with Clark Gribben. That's where he started, and he took over that company
And built quite an engineering practice with his partner and his son.
Brian was one of the most skilled engineers this community's ever had.
Growing up with our dad, we were obviously very exposed to the construction industry.
No compromise, anything. Wouldn't cut corners. He wanted it done right, and he wanted the people he was working with to do it right.
Working with Brian for my whole career, Brian's attention to detail, even on the smaller projects.
Would always be responsible, pick up the phone, and to keep projects going for us.
He did all IGT, all the structural steel.
The quality of Brian's work speaks for itself.
Any middle school, elementary school, the high schools, he's been a part of those design teams.
He had a good work-life balance, I guess, which I always admired.
You sure got the feeling like he reviewed everything that left his office.
In 1983, Brian started dating his longtime friend and future wife, Sherry, and enjoying many family activities, including camping, traveling to Mexico, volunteering at the junior ski program, and, of course, golfing.
Brian was not only being a very professional person as far as the engineering business goes, he was a great family man. He and his wife raised 2 boys.
He always talked about going on a camping trip or going on fishing trips or going on hiking trips with his family.
Our most recent family trip was to Nueva Vallarta, and again, I was finally old enough to drink. So I feel like that was a a good bonding vacation with my dad because he loved ordering buckets of beer and nachos and guacamole by the pool. You know, seeing his drawings, not understanding what they were, but them looking really cool, you know, was interesting to us.
He really had so much respect for his kids and his wife.
One of my favorite things that he would do is bring home plans that needed to be reprinted, and he'd bring the duplicate copy home, and I'd pretend to, you know, mark up on the plans like I was an engineer just like him.
Brian took care of, you know, raising a great family while at the same time he was doing a great job working at the firm.
He was truly a family man.
Our dad never really pushed us into the engineering field either. He let it evolve on its own.
Brian's son Jason is working for Hartman Engineering, the family business, and is planning on keeping the business going.
Hard work came naturally to Brian. Sincerity, professionalism, integrity beyond compare.
He represents all the, you know, the skill, the integrity, and the responsibility.
Truly humble. He treated everybody with respect. A true gentleman.
Certainly he's going to be missed. I know the firm misses him right now, his family does. But I think the family will get through it because he gave him a pretty good background from what he expected.
He is always willing to look outside the box.
So his skill was second to none, his responsibility was second to none, and his integrity was second to none.
To his kids and to his wife, be very, very proud of this man.
He really exemplifies what it takes to get a Sir Award.
Brian Hartman, the Sir Award.